Well, we're huffing and a puffing. Quite a walk up here to see old Wilbur and Orville. But we got to do it. We made it. There it is. Mecca to aviation buffs. Once in a lifetime. There's Orville. There's Wilbur. It says, in commemoration of the conquest of the air by the brothers Wilbur and Orville Wright, conceived by genius, achieved by dauntless resolution, and unconquerable. Well, it says it all, I guess. Looking back over Nags Head, North Carolina, Atlantic Ocean out there. We got the place to ourselves. It's 8:30 in the morning. So this is Tuesday. It must be North Carolina. And down from the hill is the museum, which opens at 9 o'clock. This is where they stood to do their launching of their gliders, and they'd glide down the hill and land in the field there. And then when they got their powered aircraft out here, they set it up on the flats down here and hooked up their catapult, and I guess that's the measured course down there. Of the Kill Devil Hills, this one was known as Big Kill Devil. And they got a little landing strip out here for air tours if you want to take a Cessna ride. Why, there you go. They taught us to fly. Well, this is the backside of the museum from the flying field. Now we can take a walk out there and see what tremendous distances these guys put on their aircraft. Well, evidently that was the starting point. That must have been end of flight 1, 2, and 3. And then way down, evidently about 4 must be down there. The first flight from a 60-foot wooden track held on these and sands, Orville, laid out on these sands. Orville Wilbur rose into the wind on the morning of December 7th, 1903. It was the first time in history that a machine carrying a man had raised itself by its own power into the air. In full flight, had sailed forward without reduction of speed, and had finally landed at a point as high as that from which it started. The flight lasted about 12 seconds. Walk down there and see what these say. Well, old Wilbur or Orville are about ready to land on their 4th flight. I bet they didn't even file a flight plan. They'd probably roll over in their grave if they knew they'd have to check with the tower to make a flight this long nowadays. Well, there it is. From there to here. It's a good thing they didn't decide to fly today. There's a pretty good crosswind today, about 90 degrees. Okay, this is what it's going to cost you guys to get in here. Looks like I pay and Dave gets in free. Pays to get old, huh, Dave?
Right.
He's going to hold the door open for me. My mechanic from Top Gun. Here we are. Wright Brothers Memorial Museum. Here's Cape Hatteras. And here's where the brothers Wright did their flying. Dayton, Ohio they were from. Pretty nice, huh, Dave?
Yeah, world class. This is their bicycle shop, Dayton, Ohio. I understand they built their own engine too.
Built bicycles that flew, huh? They used wing warping for their controls. They picked Kittyhawk because the prevailing winds were pretty steady. This was their glider they came down off the hill on. This is the crankcase of their 1903 Wright engine, motor, whatever you want to call them. This was their powered machine.
This is his diary.
Part of his diary. December 17th, 1903, that's when it happened. Camp life. These are parts for the planes.
This is a track it took off on.
There's the shed they kept it in. This is their 1902 glider. And over here we have the Wright Flyer. Wilbur, you're carrying too much up elevator there. This would be classified as an ultralight, I'm sure, today. Almost, anyway. This is probably why they crashed. Full up on the canard. Forward there, Wilbur, forward. There's the flywheel to keep her going. This is the first flight shrine dedicated to Paul Garber of the Smithsonian Museum in Washington. There's old Santos Dumont. Yuri Gagarin, first in space. Igor Sikorsky. Sir Frank Whittle, designer of the jet engine. There's old Rickenbacker. Al Williams. Lindy. Wiley Post. Glenn Curtis. Goodbye, Wilbur and Orville and Kittyhawk. See you next time.